here are a few things I learned when I was a girl. First of all, I learned these. I learned among many things. One thing I learned was that everyone wants to love and be loved. I learned this. Everyone wants to love and be loved. And then I learned another thing. I learned that everyone wants to belong. So everyone wants to love and be loved and belong. In other words, to not be ostracized or set aside in any way. And then the third thing that I learned, and I saw in absolutely everyone, I'm the eldest of 6 children, so in all my brothers and sisters and my friends, everyone, I could see this. I could see that everyone had tremendous gifts, that they had tremendous gifts to give, and that it was through love that these gifts would be recognized and come about. And so I knew these things, but I didn't really know anything much about practically applying them until I was older. But wherever I went, I kind of looked at what I saw in these terms. I thought, well, gee, this is interesting because everywhere I go, school, family, church, other institutions and organizations, government, the laws, all of these things, they're not organized this way, These things aren't organized this way. They're not organized this way at all. In fact, they're organized as structures of fear, saying, if you don't toe the line and behave like everybody else, then you won't be loved. And you won't be able to love us, and you won't belong here, so we'll send you away. And, how could we possibly know about our own strengths, gifts, and talents in an atmosphere like that? It just couldn't ever possibly come about, and it never will come about in an atmosphere like that. So, from the time I was young, I had this deep belief that there was a way for people to be in such a way. And that because there is something about each of us that is only love, that if we just get familiar with that love, then all of these other things become possible. With knowing ourselves as love, then our families, our communities, our institutions, our countries, our world become love-filled. We realize that in ourselves, and then we realize it's possible for everyone else. And then everything, no matter what it is, can become love-filled. And I stayed with this belief until it became an actuality. So, I know that it's true. I know that today I'm a participant, one of many participants in this worldwide organization of great freedom that is an institution that is filled with love and caring, where everyone is mutually supported to succeed no matter who they are. No matter who they are, it doesn't matter who they are. And no one in great freedom can ever send anyone else away. No one can ever say, you don't belong here, you'll have to leave. But if anyone wants to leave, we just say, oh, we love you. Come on back anytime you want to. So now this is the reality of living. And, it may seem inconceivable, but it's absolutely so. And this entire group of people all over the world came about through flawless awareness, maintaining flawless awareness, transmuting all in primordial wisdom, transmuting all appearances in primordial wisdom, and thus became love-filled and love-capable. So you see, this is just the way it is. This is the natural state of people everywhere. There's no one left out. It's no great mystery. It isn't rocket science. It doesn't require yet another task-filled life of endless doing to achieve perfection. It is just a matter of natural relating with other people who are living in the same way, living in such a way that it is so obvious, so authoritative, and so convincing that others say, wow, that's who I am too. this is possible for me. So you see, what we are, it's very simple. We can talk about it in all kinds of terms, but the terms that it's talked about in can never really describe it. All we know is that in flawless awareness, in just allowing flawless awareness to be the case just as it is in every moment of life, that love just permeates everywhere, that it pervades everything, that it's completely unstoppable, that there's never a moment that is unloving. So, this is who we are, and this is what naturally comes about.